everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Dragon Age Inquisition with me, Ostwick Renegade. Alright, so we just made it to Skyhold on our last playthrough, and now we've got to go do some things, like find the war room and the blacksmith. So first we're going to go find the blacksmith. That's easy enough.
Now, what did they make down here, and what can I make?
And the cool thing is, after one of the eventual updates, we got this awesome storage chest. So if you have a bunch of stuff in your thing and you just don't want to part with, you just throw it in the storage chest. Life's good. Golden nook. Schematics are nice. Style customizations. This is basically where you can go through and you set up how you want your castle to look. So we're gonna leave position banner, bed. Let's put that bed, I think. Oh, I just pick an epic bed. Epic beds are really big. They're amazing. They're like beautiful. And you can see like your bed in your room. Drapery. I like drapery. I'll go with Inquisition drapery. Heraldry. Decor. We don't have any decor yet. Well, we have this. I like the boats. They're kind of cool. Throne. We want a big throne, not just a dinky little throne. I like the lantern of the throne. Tried them all throne. It's okay. You see Kirkwall Legacy for Ferelden. What is Ferelden? Why would I have a Ferelden throne? That's a gift. Take a Chantry throne. Windows, we're gonna do the Davish windows. They turn out really nice. Yay. Okay, so we're gonna go talk to Harrod.
Forge like this, who needs the view? I've walked away from too many burning buildings for one lifetime. This place, though, it'll be alright. It's Inquisitor now, isn't it? That'll take some getting used to.
You think it's strange to say. It's stranger to hear.
Don't let it go to your head. We need you level. Everyone just got a big hard reason to hate Corypheus. And we already did, but we didn't have a name. You're the surprise, not him.
We left in a hurry, but you got into your old place. Save anything?
Family hammer. It's as stupid as it sounds. It's good to be back at work.
How is this place shaping up as a forge?
Better than Haven ever could be. Not the way I wanted an upgrade, but ever forward.
You've got it all up and running.
Your basics, like always. There's space here for, I don't know what. This place was built for something big. It'll be a job to fill it.
I'll be back later.
I'll be here.
So here's our, pretty much everything you had before is here, plus a couple extra things. Like now you can tint your stuff, which is awesome, because you can go in here and be like, well, the only time you actually get to see your helmet too. If you have it set to where you don't see your helmet all the time, which I do. I can go here and be like, I don't like the color of that, and I can change to whatever I want. The purple Inquisition, that'd be great. Be funny. Sitting gives you like a grayish tint, and what was it? Blue vitriol gives you almost like a, it's a silver blue tint. It's weird. But you get a point. We're gonna keep throwing. I don't have the actual stones that would make it red yet, but you get the idea. Every stone, for the most part, has a different color. Some is just like a slight difference in color. It's not much, but you get the point. You get the point. Not sure if it'll let me in the bedroom yet. I don't think so. No, we can't go upstairs yet. Get around some stuff. Alright, we're gonna go into the war room next. Hi, Josephine.
I've made some inquiries into the Imperial Court. The sooner we deal with the threats to the Empress, the better. The political situation in the Empire is dangerously unstable. It will complicate matters.
Everything in the Empire complicates matters. It's the Orlesian national pastime.
Turn your nose up at the grand game if you like, Commander, but we play for the highest stakes, and to the death.
The court's disapproval can be as great a threat as the Venatori. We must be vigilant to avert disaster.
Exactly what do you mean? How is it more dangerous than usual?
The Empress is in the middle of a civil war. Her cousin, Grand Duke Gaspard, seeks to take her throne by force. Leliana reports that a group of elves has been sabotaging both armies, drawing out the hostilities. Orlais holds Tevinter at bay. All of Thedas could be lost if the Empire falls to Corypheus. Celine is holding peace talks under the auspices of a grand masquerade. Every power in Orlais will be there. It's the perfect place for an assassin to hide.
We need to attend this ball.
We don't have enough sway with the court to arrange an invitation. Perhaps a few more alliances.
Or soldiers.
We need a greater presence in Orlais. And soon.
Yeah, I can do that. That's not hard. Alright, we're gonna go find the war room, which is one down here. This one, another quest, just an absolute pain in the arse, because it's like, oh, I have to do all this friggin' work just to get one little thing. Alright, oh, and we can finally get deft hands find tools. Ooh, which means we can go back to Redcliffe, bust open doors of some stuff, and move about our merry way.
Can you arrange what we discussed earlier, Ambassador?
I found the money. The Inquisition will compensate the families of those we lost at Haven.
Thank you.
Alright, carrying on here. Let's see. There's our truth or dare thing. Madam Ambassador, I'll be honored to accept your invitation. I shall make arrangements to pay the Inquisition a visit presently, as I've been most curious to see your organization for myself. Sincerely, Comte Renaud de Mourier. Nyeh. Alright, Grand Cleric has appeared thanks to an offer by the name of Argent. While the act cannot be traced back to us, the rest of the Chantry is clearly under the assumption that her tirade against the Inquisition is what led to her fate. Unfortunate as this was, we have gained support among the remaining clerics, none of whom wish to be on our bad side. So, yeah. I got 30 influence though. I'm not gonna complain. Alright, Vesca Hunter fell. Based on the revelation at Haven that Venatori operatives report to a darkspawn believed to be the Magister Corypheus, their assessment of a possible Venatori... Oh, their assessment of possible Venatori has been reprioritized as vital. Duke Tithus Pentagast rules the Navarran city of Hunter Fell. Former military hero, prided himself on his open-minded attitude, Duke Tithus rules with the help of a secret network of old adventuring companions and possible lovers, as they are all rumored to be beautiful women. Information on the 5 bells of Hunter Fell is limited, but they are known to include humans from both Orlais and Ferelden, an elf, a dwarf, and even a Talbashoth. Known or suspected backgrounds range from respected Mortasi or dragon hunter to bard, smuggler, or even apostate. We believe one of the 5 bells is a Venatori agent working to advance the agenda of Corypheus. In the honor of Bard's reputation procedure, even if she wishes otherwise, I can uncover more about her. Hunting is a noble sport. Usually I should be able to find out about this hunter, and I have friends among the Templars. They might know more about the supposed apostate. We're gonna go with Joseph
At your
on
service.
this one. We have stuff that we can unlock. Yay! We're gonna go over here first. I got other stuff to do. Commander Call and your men arrived this morning. It's good to see Inquisition still trust Templars to perform their duties once we ensure that the Plasma Circle is stable and that no dangerous items fall in the hands of unsuspected scavengers. We will join you ourselves. Knight Commander Bryson. 30 influence. Yay! Acquire the Arcanist. Scholar has incredible potential for runecrafting and Minecraft smithing. If only we had a gifted mind to gain full benefit. Notorious claiming experts, we've located an Arcanist with great skill and a reputation for humbling first enchanters in both Androstian and Imperial circles. 2 assassination attempts and at least 1 explosion have made landholders reluctant to allow passage to their territory. Significant effort to bring her from Tanterville, but this Arcanist would be invaluable to the Inquisition. With Liliana. Arcanist has been secured despite great cost and the concern of more than a few traditional minded mages. She awaits meeting with the Inquisitor in the Undercroft. Yay! You know. This quest, you can mess up really fast, and it sucks when you mess it up. That's all I'm gonna say. Inquisitor, first thing first, an apology. This is for Shadows over Dimmer. Alfred the Rebel Mages saved Harper and Freldon, only to have them drive my uncle out of his own town. So I'll admit I wasn't in the best moods when I first met you. I just wanted everyone out of Redcliffe and didn't care who was responsible for what. Now I wish I'd done otherwise. Isn't that always the way? These cultists, Venatori I think they're called, we have them in the Royal Palace, or so I'm told. Like rats, but with magic and nasty sneers. I don't know what they're up to, but I need to find them and drive them out. Since the Inquisition knows all about them, I'm hoping you'd help. Something, grateful, something. Wait, did you just write that? You scribes do this on purpose, don't you? King Alistair Thurin. I love Alistair. Oh. Let's see, Liliana or Cullen. We'll go with Liliana. That'll
Inquisitor.
They're old friends. That'll be good. Hinchlands, resources, Reclaiming Mage Rebellion, Frostback, Memorial for Haven, Doran's Request, Truth or Stare, Search for the Hack Rifle. No, we're not gonna deal with that yet. I want the right person to for that. Can't do that. I need to check on that one. That one I don't want to mess up either, because if you mess it up it goes really badly. And the end result is really bad. Well, for Haven, Ambassador Montoya, although we have not seen I believe that on this subject we will be in perfect agreement. I'd like to build a monument at the site where Haven stood as a memorial to all those who gave their lives defending the faith. Shall I work together to honor these fallen heroes, Madame Ambassador? Marquis du Rillion. Yeah, the Marquis du Rillion. Yes.
To work?
You go build. You go do things. I got other things to do. See, that won't be till later. That's a DLC. That's a DLC. We've got to get over there eventually. Okay, let's kick this bad boy open. Is that one we need to open up? Yeah. Nothing. Heck, we have enough to do over here. Go ahead and kick that door open. We're gonna go do, come on now. Valim? Well, we'll probably do Valimar first, then we gotta do something up in here too next. So we'll go ahead and do Valimar since we have all the stuff. But first we're gonna go meet with, Varric's associate. I just like that was so bad. That's so bad. Okay, moving on. Moving on up. Kick the door open. Another door open. Another door open. And hopefully after a quick trip, we might have this cleaned up just a bit. Oh,
What was this place? So much room for whatever was here.
Greetings.
I'd like to know more about you, Solus.
Why?
You're an apostate, yet you risked your freedom to help the Inquisition.
Not the wisest course of action when framed that way.
I appreciate the work you're doing, Solus. I just wanted to know more about you.
I'm sorry. With so much fear in the air. What would you know of me?
You said you traveled to many different places.
This world, or its memory, is reflected in the Fade. Dream in ancient ruins, and you may see a city lost to history. Some of my fondest memories were found in crumbling cities, long picked dry by treasure seekers, the best of the battlefields. Spirits press so tightly on the veil that you can slip across with but a thought.
Any place in particular?
I dreamt at Ostagar. I witnessed the brutality of the Darkspawn and the valor of the Ferelden warriors. I saw Alistair and the hero Ferelden light the signal fire, and Logain's infamous betrayal of Kaelin's forces.
I wouldn't want to actually stay there. It would be terrible.
I've heard the stories. It would be interesting to hear what it was really like.
That's just it. In the Fade, I see reflections created by spirits who react to the emotions of the warriors. One moment, I see heroic wardens lighting the fire, and a power-mad villain sneering as he lets King Kaelin fall. The next, I see an army overwhelmed and a veteran commander refusing to let more soldiers die in a lost cause.
And you can't tell which is real?
It is the Fade. They are all real.
Oh, is that what those shards really look like? I don't like those quite as much. That's unnerving. I've never actually sat and looked at those things. Didn't know if there's like a head in them.
Have you always traveled and studied alone?
Not at all. I have built many lasting friendships. Spirits of wisdom, possessed of ancient knowledge, happy to share what they had seen. Spirits of purpose helped me search. Even wisps, curious and playful, would point out treasures I might have missed.
I don't know of any spirits by those names.
They rarely seek this world. When they do, their natures do not often survive exposure to the people they encounter. Wisdom and purpose are too easily twisted to pride and desire.
You're saying that you became friends with Pride and Desire demons?
They were not demons for me.
Meaning?
The Fade reflects the minds of the living. If you expect a spirit of wisdom to be a pride demon, it will adapt. And if your mind is free of corrupting influences, if you understand the nature of the spirit, they can be fast friends.
I'm impressed that you could become friends with spirits.
Anyone who can dream has the potential. Few ever try. My friends comforted me in grief and shared my joy. Yet, because they exist without form, as we understand it, the Chantry declares that spirits are not truly people. Is Cassandra defined by her cheekbones and not her faith? Varric by his chest hair and not his wit?
I hadn't thought about it that way, but I see your point.
Thank you. Few are willing to entertain such a notion.
What made you start studying the Fade?
I grew up in a village to the north. There was little to interest a young man, especially one gifted with magic. But as I slept, spirits of the Fade showed me glimpses of wonders I had never imagined. I treasured my dreams. Being awake, out of the Fade, became troublesome.
Did spirits try to tempt you?
No more than a brightly colored fruit is deliberately tempting you to eat it. I learned how to defend myself from more aggressive spirits, and how to interact safely with the rest. I learned how to control my dreams with full consciousness. There was so much I wanted to explore.
I gather you didn't spend your entire life dreaming.
No. Eventually, I was unable to find new areas in the Fade.
Why?
2 reasons. First, the Fade reflects the world around it. Unless I traveled, I would never find anything new. Second, the Fade reflects and is limited by our imaginations. To find interesting areas, one must be interesting.
Is this why you joined the Inquisition?
I joined the Inquisition because we were all in terrible danger. If Corypheus destroyed the world, I would have nowhere to lay my head while dreaming of the Fade.
Ah.
Inquisitor, that is why I joined, not why I stayed.
I wish you luck.
Thank you. In truth, I've enjoyed experiencing more of life to find more of the Fade.
How so?
You strengthen your body to deliver and withstand punishment. The muscles are an enjoyable side benefit. You have chosen a path whose steps you do not dislike because it leads to a destination you enjoy. As have I.
We'll talk later.
Goodbye.
I am not flirting with Solus. Yeah, just a list of books.
Goodbye.
No, 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 no. The Rotunda and the Fresco. Sister Liliana, as per your request, I've made a thorough examination of the fresco adorning the Rotunda. I first attempted to clarify its intent with Mr. Solus. Forgive me, I know he's not titled within the structure of the Inquisition, but the more I learn of his experience, the more awkward I feel not using a formal honorific. On the mural, all Miss would say is, Skyhold is her fortress, meaning, of course, the Inquisitor. These are her actions. He is, of course, correct. The subject of each edition is self-evident. On the medium and method is Elven Fresco, Pigment and Plaster, and it is grand. I have rarely been privileged to observe such skill as it is applied. It is considered with long periods of study before the image emerges, whole cloth, and with certainty. It speaks of how I imagine elves view the world and the measured nature of their step. I should expect such competence from Messer, given his probable years of study, but it is still an amazing work, demonstrating an art with few living practitioners even among the Dalish. Archivist Bannon. Nothing here yet, but yeah, I'll show you later. Upstairs, up the stairs, up the stairs, stairs, stairs. Hi, Dorian.
Brilliant, isn't it? One moment you're trying to restore order in a world gone mad. That should be enough for anyone to handle, yes? Then, out of nowhere, an archdemon appears and kicks you in the head. What? You thought this would be easy? No, I was just hoping you wouldn't crush our village like an anthill. Sorry about that. Archdemons like to crush, you know. Can't be helped. Am I speaking too quickly for you?
Nope.
You don't need to worry about me. I can keep up.
Yes, I noticed that.
Did you know?
Certainly. If you were a slack-jawed yokel, you'd already be dead. I always assumed the Elder One behind the Venatori was a Magister. But this is something else completely. In Tevinter, they say the Chantry's tales of Magisters starting the Blight are just that. Tales. But here we are. One of those very Magisters. A dark spawn.
Why does that make you angry?
Because the Imperium is my home. I knew what I was taught couldn't be the whole truth, but I assumed there had to be a kernel of it, somewhere. But no, it was us all along. We destroyed the world.
Last I checked, the Blights hadn't actually destroyed the world.
Not for lack of trying. If they were more clever, they'd have unleashed something that would really do the job. No one will thank me, whatever happens. No one will thank you either. You know that, yes?
We don't know what will happen. Nobody does.
An optimist! Such a rare breed. I've stumbled upon a unicorn. All I
Wait,
know
I'm a
is
unicorn?
this. Corypheus needs to be stopped. Men like him ruined my homeland. I won't stand by and let him ruin the world. Oh, and congratulations on that whole leading the Inquisition thing, by the way.
Side note. Hey Fiona, how's it going?
Greetings, Inquisitor. That is your title now, yes? I should thank you. The way things ended in Redcliffe, you could have demanded anything you wished. Yet you chose to make us equal partners. I was not expecting that.
You rebelled for good reason.
I'm pleased to hear you say that, Inquisitor. I've been a Grey Warden, Grand Enchanter, leader of a rebellion, and now I am none of those things. Odd where fate takes you, as you're no doubt well aware.
You were once a Grey Warden.
Mine is an unusual circumstance, Inquisitor. Normally one is part of the Order until death. But long ago I found myself stripped of what made me a Warden. They tried to reinitiate me, but nothing worked. Nor could they figure out how it happened. So I was sent to the Circle of Magi, the first Warden ever to be kicked out. Quite the achievement.
I need to read the book that's got the story of that in it.
You sound happy about it.
Becoming a Warden seemed like a dream when I was first conscripted. Towards the end, however, my brothers and sisters, they felt I had somehow cheated death. I was glad to leave. It also made me unique in the Circle. I had an opportunity to do more than I ever could as a Warden.
You mean you began the Mage Rebellion?
I pushed for our vote to free the Circles of Magi. But I cannot claim sole responsibility for what followed. Still, despite all the chaos, I would do it again. What happened had to happen.
I trust everything is well.
There have been a few scuffles with your Templars, but
I'll leave you to...
in Redcliffe, after we left, did you perhaps speak with King Alistair? Considering who you are?
He wasn't in the mood to talk.
It's just that I knew his father, Marek, back when I was a Warden.
You want me to smooth things over with him? Introduce you?
No. It's too late for that. I only wanted to know if he was happy. His father had such hopes for him. Don't mind me, Inquisitor. The concerns of an old woman. Nothing more.
There's so much side story to this. It's kind of funny. It's sad and funny at the same time. The Veil. I detest this notion that the Veil is some manner of invisible curtain that separates the world of the living from the world of spirits. Whether it be called fate or the beyond is a matter of racial politics I refuse to indulge in at this moment. There is no this side or that side when it comes to the Veil. One cannot think of it as a physical thing or a barrier, even a shimmering wall of holy light. Thank you very much for that image of perfection. Being Veil is in... Okay, moving on. We're not going to read this whole thing. It's basically talking about how they argue about what the fate really is, whether it's... I'm not reading that either right now. Where they're kind of trying to figure out what it is. Whether it's just some kind of wall or...
Greetings to you, Inquisitor. I am to serve as assistant to any research concerns. You'll find my skills are exceptional. I hope they prove useful.
Where's Maeve? I liked Maeve.
You're taking over the duties of Maeve?
Yes. She said she was needed elsewhere and that I should serve the Inquisition to the best of my ability.
What is she doing?
I wasn't told.
How can you serve the Inquisition?
I am to aid in the research of all creatures encountered in your efforts as leader of the Inquisition.
What makes you particularly qualified?
I remember being fond of animals. I don't remember why.
You were made tranquil.
Yes, I am tranquil. It was necessary due to a willful nature that made wielding magic a dangerous endeavor. I remember that being a difficult time, but I cannot remember why. My skills are well used in my current position.
What is your evaluation of how we're doing?
Not optimal, given the facilities. Skyhold should be improved, or our efforts will continue to suffer.
As you were?
Yes, Inquisitor.
I think out of all the characters and things that you come across, I think Trank will have the worst cut.
Oh, Inquisitor! Greetings. I was recently appointed by Sister Liliana to keep her books in order. I'm so pleased to be here, helping out in my small way. Well, I should get back to work.
Okay. Weirdo. Moving on. Examine. On condition your charges. Dear Liliana, you'll be happy to learn that your friends are doing well. Schmooples II is still unhappy about his meal plan and tries to get into the pantry. I've had to have a bowl installed, and now he whines constantly. The two little ones are still a handful, but good news. I've managed to discourage Boulette from relieving herself on the silk robe Justinia gave you. Felician from 2 doors over, has been visiting almost every day to play with the nugs. She is quite delightful, and Schmooples, too, is fond of her. I suspect it is because she brings him sweets from her father's shop. I had to ask her governess to keep her from visiting the house, however, as someone tried to infiltrate it 2 nights ago, an agent of one of Blanchard's, hoping to uncover some of the Nightingale's secrets. I neutralized and interrogated him. His ability to withstand questioning was deplorable. Someone needs to talk to the Blanchards about their spies. All I had to do was put Schmooples II in his face and tell him that I hadn't fed the creature that day. Your pet played his part admirably. I received your orders and will depart for Ferelden as soon as possible. I have arranged for Garter to take over nug keeping. Sparrow. Yeah, if you set it up the right way in Dragon Age Inquisition, you can actually give Liliana a pet nug. And so that's Schmooples 2, I guess, is the second.
I'm sorry.
So am I.
The names of those we lost. You must blame me for this.
We all saw who attacked us. We know exactly who to blame.
I keep wondering if I could have done something different. When the first of my lookouts went missing, I pulled the rest back, awaiting more information. If they'd stayed in the field, they could have bought us more time. I was afraid to lose my agents. And instead, we lost Haven.
You look out for your people. That's a good thing.
Is it? My people know their duty. They know the risks. They understand that the Inquisition may call upon them to give their lives.
Our people aren't tools to be used and discarded. Your instincts were right. Their lives matter.
Can we afford such sentimentality? What if Corypheus...
We're better than Corypheus.
Foot down. We're not dealing with this right now.
It seems Blackwall knows nothing about the disappearance of the Grey Wardens. It's a disappointment. I am, however, glad that he is with us, even if he was not what I expected. He seems to be a good man, and his experience will be an asset to the Inquisition. As for the other Wardens, I suppose we will have to keep looking.
The Divine's death hit you hard. How have you been feeling?
Oh, you are referring to my outburst in Haven. I am much better now. Justinia was such a dear friend, and there were so many things going wrong.
Sometimes it's best to talk these things out.
I was there when the hero of Ferelden defeated the Archdemon. We won the day, and I thought the Makers smiled on me. When the Divine requested my help, I went to her. I owed her that much. I sacrificed so much to do the Maker's work. But now, Justinia is dead. I was angry. I felt betrayed. But I shouldn't have let my emotions get the better of me. I'm sorry.
Don't apologize. You were grieving and upset. I understand.
Thank you. Now enough of this. Let us think more pleasant thoughts.
I'll
Carry
leave
on.
you to your work.
I'm gonna go look around here real fast. It's hard to find things right now because everything's so trashed. A fine time to close the border. The news is dire. There are rumors that our Warden brothers and sisters in Ferelden have all perished. Without the Grey Wardens, the Blight will take Ferelden. Then, when undoubtedly spread, it will go north to Navarre in the marches. It will come west to Orlais. At the head will be an archdemon, and in its wake will come thousands upon thousands of darkspawn. We must be ready to stare squarely into the eyes of oblivion. Many of you have asked why we remain here. When such threats are mounting in the east, the problem, you see, is not a new one for us. Politics. To say Ferelden and Orlais have been at odds is an understatement. These two are like dogs and cats. We Wardens are a legion by address alone only, but that does not seem to matter to Ferelden's leaders. Word is that the King of Ferelden is dead, and his successor, Loghain Mac Tyr, decrees that no Warden set foot in the country. Mac Tyr, a national hero who has helped expel Orlesian forces from Ferelden, seems to have it out for our Order too. Maybe he doubts our abilities. Maybe he's more foolish than the history books make him out to be. This is why we must wait. Even as Ferelden willingly welcomes its fate. An address by Warden Constable Blackwall of Val Chevin to his recruits. 930 Dragon. Yeah. We don't want to talk too much about Loghain. Loghain was awful.
Sister Leliana will want access to the birds.
Something about birds.
Get the cages up here. Quickly.
We'll come back to that. It stays there forever. Okay. Woo! No jump damage. Favorite thing ever. Another door. Up. Up. Some light. And there's the sun back here. Haven destroyed by the darkest menace. Dire news from the Frostbacks. Pilgrim Sanctuary of Haven, home to the new Inquisition. Oh, blah, 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 blah. Blah, blah, blah. That's stuff from a crier. Basically, the crier will update this every so often. Hey, Sarah. What you doing?
So, Inquisitor. It is Inquisitor
Sarah.
now, right? Remember that war we talked about stopping? Full of little baddies I can stick with little arrows. That's not a friggin' archdemon, is it? Andraste, what did I step in?
I've apparently been through a lot. But yes, Corypheus was a surprise.
No, a surprise would be, oh, I stepped in dog shite. No one says, oh, a Magister God monster, I'm surprised. Impossible things aren't surprises.
I can't help you if you don't explain what's wrong exactly.
It's got to be nonsense, doesn't it? What kind of screwed if it isn't? I mean, that Corypheus thing. A Magister, right? Story is, he cracked the Golden City. But that's a hazy dream. If not, Seat of the Maker, real thing. A seat needs a book, so the Maker, real thing. Fairy stories about the start and end of the world, real things. It's too far, innit? I just want to plug the Skyhole rubbish so I can go play.
You joined to help the little people caught up in this. But do you believe or not?
In Andraste? Of course.
But you doubt what you're seeing and hearing.
It can't be true. Even fanatics don't want to be this right. Look, I have arrows. I can make this Corypheus believe in those. Good enough? Please be good enough.
Keep calling it nonsense. That perspective will keep the Inquisition grounded.
Oh, I can do that. Sure could use a few more people shouting no. We fight, the bad things go away, everyone calms down, and everything goes back to normal. A nice, well-paid normal.
You're starting to not sound completely crazy.
I know, scary, innit? So bring 'em on. But first, food. I'm starving.
Food. Alright, we're gonna go around the flaming thing and talk to her.
Maker, you're a mess. Let me have a look at you. Are you all right, my dear? Were you hurt? You look dreadful.
I'll be fine. Don't worry.
You bear it well. Good. The troops will take their cue from your composure. Now, let's keep up appearances. You've handled this crisis competently, saving as many lives as you did. But the enemy struck a serious blow against you and the Inquisition. We must recognize that. You must.
I'm not going to forgive what happened at Haven. Corypheus will answer for what he's done.
You're angry. Good. Anger can save you when everything else is gone. Just make sure you put it to good use. Our enemy advances, Inquisitor. We must not sit idly by. Act first and teach them to fear us. I think you know what needs to be done, my dear.
Oh my god, she didn't think I was totally incompetent. That's new.
So, this is Skyhold.
Yep.
Come, let's walk the ramparts. I want to examine our fortifications. We'll be able to see Corypheus coming from miles away.
He's not going to get the better of us again.
We lost good soldiers that day, loyal men and women. Let him come. I swear I'll take the twister bastard down, even if I have to die to do it.
You see this as a personal insult, don't you?
If it's not personal for you, maybe it should. The people flock to your banner. Their faith is a leash, and your Inquisition has taken hold of it. Tell me honestly, are you what they say you are? Andraste's chosen?
There is so little I remember. What if they're right?
Does it even matter? Don't you see what you are to them? Without you, they'd be consumed by despair. We all would. They need you to be Andraste's messenger. It gives them hope. The truth doesn't matter. Listen to me talk. Your time is valuable, and I've wasted enough of it.
Whee! Oh, I can walk this whole thing. That's cool. Do, 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 do. Dang it. I always miss. Let's talk to Actually, we're gonna go out and talk to Hawk first. Or the random person who's up on top of the roof that's a friend with Eric. Yeah, I probably didn't save that well. Oh well. That shouldn't have been hard to figure out who was gonna be up on the rampart. Like, a friend of Eric. Oh, fudge. There we are. There's the wall. Boink. I'm gonna customize this one. It'll be short, but swoopy. Frick. Guess we're getting an uncustomized one, so that's gonna be weird.
Inquisitor, meet Hawk, the champion of Kirkwall.
I loved it at first. But after a while, all I could see were the people out there depending on me. If the Wardens have disappeared, they could... No.
Blah 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 blah. Okay,
Inquisitor.
Nothing.
I'll meet you.
Hang on, let's fix that. Oh, frick. That sucks. Well, we'll go back and I'll just jump to this. It'll be okay. I hope. Yeah, we'll jump back. I'll just do this quest and I'll take some time off camera to talk to everybody else and deal with all the other stuff. So, we'll just deal with that a little later. Hey look, it's Flissa.
It's you. Your worship. I'm serving now. In a different way.
Okay. Have fun. I'm gonna go up here. This place is a wreck. I guess it's my wreck now. So, charming wreck, I guess, when you look past all the everything's broke. Okay, fix this. Customize. looks good enough. Collection's not bad. Eye color. Eh, that was close. That was close. Hair's a little different for her. Hair color. I'm trying to remember what color the import hawk for this character is. I think it's something. That nature. You sent me more blood swipes. It's like, really? I just want one. Is that all really? Just enough. Don't care about the rest of that. Just gotta make sure that color's right. It looks good. Alright, looks good enough for me. Yeah, we have a custom hawk. We can actually play this scene and I don't feel bad.
Inquisitor, meet Hawk, the champion of Kirkwall.
Though I don't use that title much anymore.
Hawk, the Inquisitor. I figured you might have some friendly advice about Corypheus. You and I did fight him, after all.
Impressive view. Reminds me of my home in Kirkwall. I had a balcony that overlooked the whole city. I loved it at first. But after a while, all I could see were the people out there depending on me.
You're lucky it was just a single city. I've got half of Thedas.
You're doing everything you can to protect them.
Does it ever get any easier?
I'll let you know. I don't envy you, Inquisitor. But I may be able to help you.
Varric said that you fought Corypheus before.
Fought and killed. The Grey Wardens were holding him, and he somehow used his connection to the Darkspawn to influence them.
Corypheus got into their heads, messed with their minds, turned them against each other.
If the Wardens have disappeared, they could have fallen under his control again.
I just like how accurate this is. The hawk's actually taller than my elf. Everybody else seems to be the same height as my elf, which is annoying, because they're supposed to be short.
If that's what happened to the Wardens, do you think we can free them?
It's possible, but we need to know more first. I've got a friend in the Wardens. He was investigating something unrelated for me. His name is Stroud. The last time we spoke, he was worried about corruption in the Warden ranks. Since then, nothing.
Corypheus would certainly qualify as corruption in the ranks. Did your friend disappear with them?
No. He told me he'd be hiding in an old smuggler's cave near Crestwood.
If you didn't know about Corypheus, what were you doing with the Wardens?
The Templars in Kirkwall were using a strange form of lyrium. It was red. I'd hoped the Wardens could tell me more about it.
Corypheus had Templars with him at Haven. They looked like they'd been exposed to the lyrium you describe.
Hopefully, my friend in the Wardens will know more.
I appreciate the help.
I'm doing this as much for myself as for you. Corypheus is my responsibility. I thought I'd killed him before. This time I'll make sure of it. Inquisitor.
I heard you had family and friends in Kirkwall. Where are they now?
My sister's a Grey Warden. I had my friend Aveline take her as far from Orlais as possible. When all the Wardens started acting strangely, I had to keep my family safe. I'm never really happy leaving Anders alone. Once I realized Wardens were acting strangely, I had no choice. I've seen Corypheus affect Anders' mind before. If he was involved, I couldn't risk it happening again.
I'd like to know more about Anders. What was he like?
Complicated. It's not like the minstrels make it out to be. He's not just a monster. Or a hero. Or maybe he's both. He was trying to change the world. He knew it couldn't happen peacefully.
I assume Varric's been feeding you information about the Inquisition. What did he say about me?
Only good things, I promise. I was a little surprised, actually. Varric isn't one for religion in general, but he thinks highly of the Inquisition. I think the exact phrase was, has a good shot at fixing Blondie's mess.
And where did you go after the mages rebelled?
I heard the Chantry might be sending an exalted march to Kirkwall to put down the rebellion. We thought that leaving would save lives and force the Divine to divide her forces to hunt for us. But all the circles were rising up by then. We helped a lot of them take that final step.
You said you thought you killed
The Grey Wardens had him imprisoned. They used my father's blood in a ritual to seal Corypheus inside. But he could still reach out and influence the Warden's thoughts. He sent them after me. And I didn't just think I killed him. When the fight was done, he was dead on the ground. Maybe his tie to the Blight somehow brought him back, or maybe it's all Tevinter magic. But he was dead, I swear it.
We'll talk.
I'll meet...
Yay! Banzai! I gotta go unlock that here in a minute. Not for this. This is funny. This is worth a watch.
You knew where Hawk was all along!
You're damned right I did.
You conniving little shit!
You kidnapped me! You interrogated me! What did you expect?
Hey, enough! You're taking his side? I said enough! We needed someone to lead this Inquisition. First, Liliana and I searched for the hero of Ferelden, but she had vanished. Then, we looked for Hawk, but she was gone too. We thought it all connected, but no. It was just you. You who kept her from us.
The Inquisition has a leader.
Hawk would have been at the Conclave if anyone could have saved Most Holy.
You can't change the past, Cassandra.
So I must accept... what? That the Maker wanted all this to happen? That he... Varric is a liar, Inquisitor. A snake. Even after the Conclave, when we needed Hawk most, Varric kept her secret.
She's with us now. We're on the same side.
We all know whose side you're on, Varric. It will never be the Inquisition's.
That's unworthy of you.
I feel like that
I must not think of what could have been. We have so much at stake. Go, Varric. Just go.
You know what I think? If Hawk had been at the temple, she'd be dead too. You people have done enough to her.
I believed him. He spun his story for me and I swallowed it. If I just explained what was at stake, if I just made him understand... But I didn't, did I? I didn't explain why we needed Hawk. I'm such a fool.
What if you hadn't believed him and you'd tracked Hawk down?
Honestly, Hawk might not even have agreed to become Inquisitor. She supported the Mage Rebellion after all. She wouldn't have trusted me for a second. But this isn't about Hawk, or even Varric. Not truly. I should have been more careful. I should have been smarter. I don't deserve to be here.
You're too hard on yourself, Cassandra.
Not hard enough, I think.
You can't believe that.
I want you to know, I have no regrets. Maybe if we'd found Hawk or the hero of Ferelden, the Maker wouldn't have needed to send you. But he did. I don't know what's to come, but you're more than I could have hoped for.
Aww. That makes me feel special. Should be another scene. Or two.
Good book.
Ah! I don't know what you're talking about.
Yes, because I suddenly went blind.
Oh, that. Just reports from Commander Cullen.
You're an excellent liar.
It's of no interest to you, I'm certain. It's a book.
I can see that.
It's one of Varric's tales. Swords and Shields. The latest chapter.
The latest chapter meaning you've read them all?
Not since this all began. We've been busy.
That's just her favorite.
Nobody asked you to winter.
I couldn't finish the last one you lent me. I actually feel dumber for having tried.
It's literature. Smutty literature. Whatever you do, don't tell Varric.
Me? No, I would never.
They're terrible. And magnificent. And this one ends in a cliffhanger. I know Varric is working on the next. He must be. Pretend you don't know this about me.
Okay. Pretending. Over there. As I walk to Varric. I don't even know where Varric. Well, yeah, I do. Sort of.
Inquisitor, huh? Well, you've got the fortress for it. Speaking of which, when you've got a second, there's something I want to show you.
What did you want me to come see?
Here, come on. I'll show you.
Why am I dressed like this?
You'll see. Come on. It'll be worth your time, I promise. Evening. Iron Bull. My merc band just joined up.
Tanner. I'm from Jader. Well, near Jader.
Mira. I was guard captain for Lady Pendel. Signed on after shit blew up at the Conclave. Share a drink? Who's your friend?
This is Grim. She doesn't talk much.
Huh.
So, you ready to kill some demons? Or Venatori? Or whatever that Corypheus asshole is?
This isn't just about killing. We're helping the Inquisitor save the world and build the next empire.
Well, long as I get paid, I'm happy. That's why I signed up.
I just couldn't spend my whole life on a farm. Needed to live a little, you know.
What about you, Mira? Why'd you join up? I thought you were serving some noble.
I saw what happened at Haven. The Inquisitor staring down that monster and his archdemon. I don't sing the chant of light as much as I should. But you can't see something like that and not believe.
Well, Grim and I should find our tents. Thanks for the drink. I know every soldier under my command. You don't have that option, but a few faces might help.
It was good to get that perspective.
Yeah. Sounds like we could use an easy win for boys like Tanner. And vets like Mira have seen enough to be wary. You've got a good army coming along. Remember that, no matter what comes next.
Yay! Oh, this was it.
Thank you for Haven. Less so for Redcliffe, but I am committed to serve your worship.
Yay! Hang on.
Here at last. Praise the Maker this foot.
Send men to scout the area. We need to know what's out there.
Yes, sir.
Commander, soldiers have been assigned temporary quarters.
Very good. I'll need an update on the armory as well. Now! We set up as best we could at Haven, but could never prepare for an archdemon, or whatever it was. With some warning, we might have...
Do you ever sleep?
If Corypheus strikes again, we may not be able to withdraw. And I wouldn't want to. We must be ready. Work on Skyhold is underway. Guard rotations established. We should have everything on course within the week. We will not run from here, Inquisitor.
How many were lost?
Most of our people made it to Skyhold. It could have been worse. Morale was low, but has improved greatly since you accepted the role of Inquisitor.
Inquisitor Llewellyn. It sounds odd, don't you think?
Not at all.
Is that the official response?
I suppose it is. But it's the truth. We needed a leader, and you have proven yourself.
Thank you, Cullen. Our escape from Haven. It was close. I'm relieved that so many made it out.
As am I. You stayed behind. You could have... I will not allow the events at Haven to happen again. You have my word.
Oh, I love those. They're so cute. Where's Cole?
This thing is not a stray puppy you can make into a pet. It has no business being here.
Wouldn't you say the same of an apostate?
Probably. She's terrible.
Inquisitor, I wondered if Cole was perhaps a mage, given his unusual abilities.
He can cause people to forget him, or even fail entirely to notice him. These are not the abilities of a mage. It seems that Cole is a spirit.
It is a demon.
If you prefer, although the truth is somewhat more complex.
See, this is why we don't listen to Vivian. Ever.
Cole warned us about Corypheus at Haven. He saved a lot of lives.
And what will its help cost? How many lives will this demon later claim?
In fact, his nature is not so easily defined.
Speak plainly, Solas. What are we dealing with?
Demons normally enter this world by possessing something. In their true form, they look bizarre, monstrous.
But you claim Cole looks like a young man. Is it possession?
No. He has possessed nothing and no one. And yet he appears human in all respects. Cole is unique, Inquisitor. More than that, he wishes to help. I suggest you allow him to do so.
I should hear what Cole has to say for himself. Where is he now?
If none of us remember him, he could be anywhere.
Haven. So many soldiers fought to protect the pilgrims so they could escape. Choking fear. I can't think from the medicine, but the cuts rack me with every heartbeat. Hot, white pain. Everything burns. I can't. I can't. I'm going to... I'm dying. I'm... dead.
You're feeling their pain?
It's louder this close, with so many of them.
Would you like to go somewhere more comfortable?
Yes, but here is where I can help. Every breath slower, like lying in a warm bath, sliding away. Smell of my daughter's hair when I kiss her goodnight. Gone. Cracked brown pain, dry, scraping, thirsty. Here.
Thank you.
It's all right. She won't remember me.
You're using your powers as a spirit to help people.
Yes? I used to think I was a ghost. I didn't know. I made mistakes, but I made friends too. Then a Templar proved I wasn't real. I lost my friends. I lost everything. I learned how to be more like what I am. It made me different, but stronger. I can feel more. I can help.
If you're willing, the Inquisition could use your help.
Yes, helping. I help the hurt. The helpless. There's someone. Hurts. It hurts. It hurts. Someone make it stop hurting. Make her, please. The healers have done all they can. It will take him hours to die. Every moment will be agony. He wants mercy. Help.
Oh. You say he won't die for hours yet, but you can't know that for certain.
His body is failing.
He could recover, or the healers could find another way to help him.
How do you know?
I don't, and neither do you. That's part of life.
Try. I want to stay.
Okay. You can stay. It's all good. I don't care. Alright, we need to go to Cole's track and... Well, first we'll go here. Fix the abilities and go from there. Alright. Couple new abilities. I didn't finish. Dang it. Good at Dorian. Oh, and in case you're watching this and you're wondering what the circle and diagonal and the diamond abilities are, the diamond abilities are like your playing abilities, like down in the right corner where you have your little ability map. It's where you can use different abilities and they'll do stuff. And the circle ones are your passive abilities, and these ones actually just give you like extra strength, extra damage, whatever works. I'm gonna add shield bash. Alright, so we have flank attack, twin fangs, parry, bloodied prey, dance of death. Okay, so basically what I did here was I added one upgrade, Ripping Fangs, so that it did more damage and lasted longer. And I also went over into the Subterfuge category, added the Stealth, Lost in the Shadows upgrade, along with Evasion and Easy to Miss, so that way he can be a little safer, because they tend to be a little squishy. Alright, we're going to go down here. Chaotic Focus, so she gets plus to magic, and we're going to do Wall of Fire, so that way she has an ability that affects a little more people. Don't need to add anything to Solus right now. Ferric's good. Armbull's got a couple ability points we can use. Let's look over here. It'll cost you both to have strength and damage back. So what we're going to do is instead we're going to add Pommel Strike and Whirlwind. There. So now he's got... I did Dorian's, right? Yeah. I think I'll start working on him with the lightning abilities, I think, next. I'm going to jump into inventory real fast, and... grab my sword. Sorry that I keep muting my mic, so there's a lot of noise going on in the background, so I'm trying to keep you guys from having to hear all that. Alright. Alright. I'm gonna make sure I equip my stuff before I leave, because otherwise I'm gonna get myself kicked in the teeth. Which is bad. It's the only weird thing it does in this game is it'll like kick off all your armor and you're standing there going, where's all my stuff? Oh, it's over there. I need that. Alright. I'm gonna see if Ironbull can equip that. Yeah, we definitely need to get him in better armor anyways. Alright, good. Alright. So that's all good and fun. I'll get him that. I don't like him anyways. Whoops. Seems like everybody in the party has a belt, so that's good. Okay. Let me make sure I don't have a full... That's a little stuff. But it'll be okay. Oh, the mages shut in the front door. Y'all can go in, you know that, right? I'll stay here. Okay, so we're gonna run up to the war room, unlock a couple places, and go back to business. And hopefully before the second hour, well, in the second hour, hopefully. Oh, it's never been that daylight for us. You can't really tell most of the time. So bright. We're gonna make sure Varric's okay. I'm sure he had a huff time.
That got a little heated. Are you alright?
Well, that
Why don't I
depends.
just look up?
How angry is Cassandra? I wasn't trying to keep secrets. I told the Inquisition everything that seemed important at the time.
I know, Varric. You never would have kept quiet otherwise.
I keep hoping none of this is real. Maybe it's all some bullshit from the Fade and it'll just disappear. I know I need to do better. I'm sorry.
You're fine. Hey, by the way.
Corypheus is back. Oh, shit.
You said he was a Darkspawn, or a Magister. What is he really?
I'm not sure. I don't think Corypheus really knows either. He's definitely a Darkspawn, but when we found him, it was pretty obvious he hadn't heard that. He thinks he's a Magister, a priest of Dumat, in fact. He says he broke into the Golden City, like in the Chantry tale.
Honestly, I'd rather fight an ancient Darkspawn with a pet archdemon than deal with that hole in the sky. At least you can kill Darkspawn.
We didn't just think Corypheus was dead. He was dead. No pulse, no breath, full of stab wounds. There wasn't a lot of room for doubt. It makes me wonder. I thought the Wardens imprisoned Corypheus to use him. Maybe they did it because he can't be killed.
How did you and Hawke even wind up in a Grey Warden prison for ancient Darkspawn?
Corypheus sent people after Hawke. He actually got control of an entire Carter clan. Made them drink Darkspawn blood. Weird shit. We tracked the Carter to an old dwarven fort or something in the mountains. Of course, it turned out to be a trap. They needed Hawke's blood to open the locks holding Corypheus, and they drew us into the prison to get it.
There has to be a way to defeat Corypheus. We'll find it. Don't worry.
I hope you're right. Maker's breath, what have I let loose?
You had nothing to do with this, Varric.
I was the one who led Hawke to Corypheus. If I hadn't tracked the Carter to that ruin. But you've got more important things to do than listen to me worry. Just let me know when you want something shot.
Pew pew. Hey, I need you to do me a favor.
Battling the demons of paperwork. That's a fight nobody walks away from clean.
You have no idea the number of times I've almost been killed by bills of lading. I've been meaning to come talk to you anyhow. I never officially joined the Inquisition.
Oh, dang it. Really?
I don't know how to do this disciplehood thing. I'm a businessman. Never really followed a chosen one before.
I don't need a disciple. I need a friend.
If you knew how intimidating you are, you wouldn't make it sound so simple. You just don't know what you are to the people out there. The Herald of Andraste is a symbol bigger than any of us.
What am I to you, then?
None of this shit makes any sense to me. Is this the end of the world? Did Andraste send you through the breach? I have no idea. You heard the crowd singing after Haven was attacked?
Whatever I am to Thedas, I'm still just an ordinary person.
So, just a regular person, like anybody else. Right. I should probably get back to work. Unless, you up for a game of Wicked Grace?
Sure, I guess. What I need is
I've got a minute if you need something.
Cassandra is waiting for the next issue of Swords and Shields.
I must have heard that wrong. It sounded like you just said that Cassandra read my books.
She's a pretty big fan, in fact.
Are we talking about the same Cassandra? Tall, grumpy seeker, like stabbing things? Wait, did you say the romance serial? Oh, she'll be waiting for a while then. I haven't finished it and wasn't planning to. That book is easily the worst I've ever written. The last issue barely sold enough to pay for the ink.
Well, Cassandra seems to be hooked on it.
And I honestly thought a hole in the sky was the weirdest thing that could happen. So, you want me to finish writing the latest issue of my worst serial for Cassandra? Oh, that's such a terrible idea. I have to do it. On one condition. I get to be there when you give her the book.
You've got a deal.
I'll get to work then. You know, the fact that the book is terrible just makes it more worthwhile somehow.
How are the rescue efforts? Have they found anyone alive?
Excavation is slow, as you can imagine.
Alright, find the warden. A hastily scrawled note received by a messenger bird. Inquisitor, Hawk's warden friend is somewhere here. Disappeared before we could talk to him. He's good. Be careful on the road. Lots of undead. People here need our help. Explain more once you're here. Harding. Okay, we needed to do that. Dear God. I just see dots everywhere.
My scouts report no signs of danger in the pass nearby.
I will arrange patrols to ensure it stays that way.
Alright, there was some moral for Haven, and we sent color on that one. Let's see. We didn't go on any of the rest of these, really. Oh, this one. We sent Liliana on this one.
Inquisitor.
We didn't do any of those yet. Actually, instead of that other one, we're gonna do this one. Never mind. Well, no, we could do that one.
At your service.
Alright. So we've got everybody off doing something. All of them are in Ferelden because, well, we have so much stuff that needs done in Ferelden. I'm gonna go over here and... Alright, truth or dare thing. And Cleric Iona's dead. Yay. And we unlocked this last time, so we're gonna go ahead and do that again. Not now. So what we're gonna do is... I'm not sure if I want to go... Get what level I'm at. We'll go deal with Valamire first, I think, and then we'll go elsewhere. Alright, so we're gonna take Cassandra, Dorian, and Varric. Yippee. Yippee skippy. And when we go back, things will be better. We hope. Dear God, there's got to be something going on. Holy cow.
Thank you for coming. Maybe you can solve this mess. Our missing patrols are being held hostage by Avar, barbarians from the mountains.
What are they doing in a bog?
That's the thing. Their leader, he wants them to fight you, because you're the Herald of Andraste.
Oh boy, crazy people. Why does he want to fight me?
What do they have against Andraste?
Well, the Avar think there are gods in nature, as in the sky has a god and the forest. The Avar say you're claiming to be sent by one, and they'll challenge the will of your god with their own. I think their leader's just a boastful little prick who wants to brag he killed you.
Should I autograph something for him before he tries to behead me?
They think readings for the weak. You know, scholars, lowlanders, or Legion peasants. Getting to our troops won't be easy. You'll have to fight your way through undead. Wait, you're not squeamish about undead, are you?
It doesn't matter. I'm not letting the Avar butcher the Inquisition's people.
I appreciate it. The Avar are holed up in the castle on the other side of the fallow mire. Make her willing, the Inquisition's people are still alive.
They will be, because we'll go find them, and if they're not alive, then we'll just kill everybody and it'll be good anyways. What's the difference? Oh, that's fun. Oh yeah, this is a lightning round. That's fun. There's a house over here. We're gonna go over here.
We should look around.
Go in the house. Yes, bottle. Garbolg's Backcountry Reserve, likely dropped to avoid seizure by authorities or because of seizure due to drinking it. Garbolg only brewed from 874 to 892 Blessed, killed when the vapors in his beard spontaneously combusted. Yeesh. That's the way to go. Alright, well I picked up one thing, reading. Something about early faith. Oh, dry. Helen, I won't be in tonight. Rupert said he had a surprise for me. He teased me if I sang Lady Peasley, which he always does when he's trying to impress me, but pretending he's not impressing me. Don't tell Mom where I am. I made fresh porridge in the red pot for both of you. I'll care for her tomorrow, I promise. Lucia. Well, Lucia, I hate to tell you, but I think your family's dead. I don't think that'll be much different from most of the other poor slots I find. Alright, I'll kick in this one next. The gardeners are too sick to save, everyone says. Grandfather and my brothers barricaded them in their own house so they wouldn't make anyone else sick. Yelled at me for watching instead of helping. Said it was for our own good. There's no more lights in the gardener's home. Gardener's home. Well, that's sad. Oh, well. Definitely dead. Oh, this nice little thing about Ravane. Yeah. Moving on. Gotta go clean. I'm gonna go try not to get struck by lightning, actually, in this game. Not that it hurts you, it's just you don't want struck by it. It's a natural response. I don't want struck by lightning, is that okay? Come on. We're gonna go. Dang it. Die. Just gonna let them kill him because there's like two maybe.
One down! This can't be all of them. There must be more further in.
Hey, Alfred. Dang it, I gotta go all the way back around. I'll have more Alfred. Levandrasse, there's a wind-weathered inscription on the statue, commissioned in 655 storm by the illustrious Ban Hargrave, protector of Valamire, to commemorate the completion of her keep and to thank Blessed Andraste for her good fortune. Yay, all praise Andraste.
Look, signs of a plague.
A cheerful addition to any decent swamp. At least in the city you can find a decent healer. Out here you have what? Roots and berries?
Yeah, pretty much. Alright, let's get back out of the booties. Let's get back out of here. We're gonna get back on the road. Maybe. Ooh, blue vitriol. Blue vitriol is awesome. Okay, so we're gonna go over here to the thing. Not in the water. I swear every time I'm like, let's not go in the water, everybody in my party's like, let's go in the water. I'm like, why? Just why have you forsaken my friends? You stay way over there. And I'm just gonna walk close enough to pick this up out of your water. The key to this is if you don't touch the water, you're not gonna get like 20 of these jerks coming and showing up to kill you. Oh, I need to fix my... So let's hold up. Let's let me fix that, because that's gonna irritate me. We're not in battle though, so... do what I want. Gardener Diary, proper of Ira Gardner's, written in spidery handwriting on this collection of homemade recipes and remedies. Last entry reads, first sign of the plague is coughing and going pale, like blood's run out of your skin. Elfred sees the cough, but doesn't cool the next day's fever. That's where the spindleweed helps. The ones I planted by the old shed came in quick. They seem to like where the soil's dry. I'll try making an ointment with it tomorrow. That's weird. No spindleweed I've ever dealt with. Oh, this is important. The Empty Ones were a small and short-lived cult based in Navarra known for worshipping the Blight and by extension the Darkspawn. Some confuse the Empty Ones with followers of Tevinter's old gods. What? A reasonable mistake, since archdemons are said to be tainted old gods. However, it is clear from the histories that the Empty Ones did not worship Dumont and his ilk, but the Blight itself. Following Andraste's death, many of her followers fell into a deep despair. They believed that the prophet's betrayal and execution marked the beginning of the end of the world, and that the Maker's wrath would soon come upon them. The most fantastic of them all gathered together to prepare for their doom. They called themselves the Empty Ones, for they saw themselves as worthless husks, ready to be swept away by the Maker's hand. It is unknown what passed then, but over time the Empty Ones grew to believe that the Blight was to be the tool by with the Maker would end all of creation. They preached that it came from the void, a place of nothing, and that returning to the void was something to be celebrated because it meant an end to all pain and suffering. Some mistakenly take this to mean that the Empty Ones worshipped evil, but this is no implication. They believed the world to be beyond redemption, and that it was the Maker's will that be destroyed completely. There are tales of Empty Ones scouring the deep roads searching for Darkspawn, whom they saw as the Blight's prophets, in order to assist them in bringing about the next Blight. Predictably, the beginning of the second Blight saw the end of the Empty Ones. The entire cult made its way to the Anderfells, where they stood in the path of the encroaching Darkspawn, and singing in praise of the oblivion that was to overtake them, were consumed. That was the wrong one. There's another one we read later. That might be a kill break. Move. Okay, let's fix that before it drives me nuts. I get used to keys and it's like, nope. Nope, those aren't the keys you're going to use now. You're going to use these keys. Map to the battle menu. Let's see, have that to the battle menu and we'll go. Okay, good deal. Now I got that mapped out so I can actually use my abilities. Oh, more loot. Okay. I feel terrible looting dead people's place, but there's actually no dead people in here. That's concerning. Well, I guess we're gonna go this way then. This way looks as good as any. Oh wait, am I going the wrong way? Probably. Yeah, okay. I'll find my way where I'm supposed to go. Eventually. It's gonna put me in the water. Not if we drop over here. Alright, so we go over to this house. I don't remember why. Oh, there's food. I don't know whose house this is, but I don't think they're gonna need their stuff. Oh, it's a bog thing. This guy. Oh, I think it's a bog fisher. Yeah. There was some of the bog in the name. Okay, we're not going back here, so I think we went the wrong way. Stay out of the water. Nope, not anymore, is it? Just everybody follow me. Maybe. Yep. Alright, we're on the right way now. We'll have to go over there to the left. Alright, that thing's gone. Hang on.
Is that a beacon of some sort?
Hey, Dorian, I need you to light this. Now this is gonna make an interesting result.
Look out!
Come on.
Help for the mage, please!
Beacons seem to draw out the undead. We could use them to fight on dry land.
Keep an eye out for more then.
Yeah. Because I'm smart. Both our messages in Valimar are large gibberish and imply a kind of paranoia. Certain letters and numbers repeat. It is possible the writing is in code. These Vilfire runes are interspersed with numbers and mathematical notations. They evoke a clear sense of panic, as if the author was trying to figure out a difficult problem. Ah! Really? This is what happens when you achieve off the Maker. He sends lightning bolts to strike you down. Still sirens. Okay, the next one that's close to us, this direction, is up there. So we're gonna go here. Somewhere. Means we gotta go this way. Another bug fisher. Oh, there's a thing on the ground. Oh, Witcher's journal. We gotta find Witcher's here in a little bit. We're gonna do it right now? Nope. Why? Because I have stuff to do. How does he always end up like 10 years behind us and not paying attention? It's irritating. And it's stuff to do, people. Angry spirits. See them all coming. Why have you not healed up, you idiot?
What's a dasher from the Merchants Guild doing in the middle of a battle against ancient evils?
I could ask the same thing of a pampered noble Tevinter.
But you can't call me pampered. Nobody's peeled a grape for me in weeks.
Talk to Josephine. She can arrange something.
Staring at the set of unreadable runes conjures up strong feelings of bitterness and arrogance in equal measure. They fade slowly. Nice. Okay. Oop. We're gonna try to get over here. There's not a lot of camps really, so we're gonna try to catch this one. Get a place to heal up and stuff. Oh, more loot. Dead loot. Alright, we're gonna go down here. Alright, we're gonna go across this little tiny narrow spot. Now there's something over here, I just can't remember. Oh, loot. Something else on this side. But it's hard to get to. Yeah, I don't think I'm nearly at a level I need to be doing it yet. This is done. On a simple note, the words "not deathroot" have been underlined 3 times. There's a small illustration of a plant that looks like spindleweed with this one underneath it. No, that's disappointing.
This might be a decent place for a spot of camping.
Note from a scout, paper small and thin, meant for transport by messenger bird. Warn the herald or life is in danger if she comes to the mire. Patrol spotted Avar 3 days ago. We didn't understand why they came down from the frostbacks until we were captured in ambush. The leader said they came because they heard the Inquisitor was in the area. They want to lure out and kill the Herald of Andraste to win favor with their gods. I escaped, but I can't free the others without help. We found a good camping spot for a rescue party. We'll tend my winds before heading off. Oh, that's who we found. That's sad. But we have a camp nonetheless, so good with the bad. Alright. I better talk to the requisition officer. She'll yell at me every time I pass her by.
Dispatch for you.
We want.
What is it?
Could prove useful, sir.
Yeah, whatever. We're gonna go this way.
No sign of the Avar who want to challenge me. Or the Inquisition soldiers.
I hope the Avar haven't gotten bored with the hostages and that they understand how hostages work.
reading it right now. We got other stuff to do. Like gather up whatever's all in here and then go talk to this guy. Hello.
So, you're Herald of Andraste.
Sure.
My kin want you dead, Lowlander, but it's not my job. No fears from me.
Why aren't you with the other Avar?
Trying to figure out this hole in the world. Never seen anything like it's like. They spit out angry spirits. Endless. What the sky's trying to tell us? I don't know.
They're caused by the breach in the sky. It was some kind of magic gone wrong.
I know that, Lowlander. I'm talking about the Lady of the Skies. Do you not know her? Can't you see the warning she writes through the bird flocks in the air?
You use the patterns of flocking birds as an augury, then?
We don't use them. They're sent. You see it, or you don't.
I thought the Avar wanted to fight.
Our chieftain's son wants to fight you. I'm called in when the dead pile up. Rites to the gods, mending for the bleeding, a dagger for the dying. That's what I do. I don't pick up a blade for a whelp's trophy hunt.
The other Avar kidnapped an Inquisition patrol. Are they all right?
A few were injured in the skirmish, but they were alive. Last I saw them. Someone's trained them well. They killed more of us than I thought they would. Watch the water.
Ow! What did I get hit by? I like that. Oh, I just pulled a giant.
Lady of the Skies, you can mend the gaps in the air. Aye.
Farewell.
Watch.
I like him, he's alright. Head to the water for loot. Head to the water for loot. Dan Cassandra, you call out like 10 of those things. I am leaving you here.
Oh, quite a smell.
These people never had a chance.
Alright, stabby stab, slash slash, no. Watch the brick.
And the water draws them out.
Getting up here. Dorian. Button. Fade rift. Yay. That didn't work. I hit the button. There, let's get rid of some people. last one. Yeah, there's 3 or 4. No. Particular Veilfire runes are completely impenetrable. Staring at them brings about the mental image of some kind of plant and the impression of how it is somehow important. Then it fades. Like everything. Alright, I do need to level up my friends before we keep going. That would greatly benefit me. Alright, first ooh, good. She started getting her special abilities. So you get like a special ability for each of your people. And Cassandra's is Templar, thank God. We're gonna hit that. Doran's Necromancer, we're gonna hit that. I know I said I was gonna do lightning, but that's a little more useful. And his is Artificer, which means we'll hit up a couple more dangerous stabby things. We're gonna save this real fast while we continue through this crap hole. Okay, now we don't want to go in there right now. We want to go back up here. We want to go this way. Pretty sure. I think I'm going the right way. Looks right. Yep, there's some of our...
It's the Herald!
Not today. Not doing crap today. Alright, we got a book. Something about Barrender. Not important because it's not somewhere I'm going. Some loot. Some more loot. Ooh, hollow leather. Hollow leather's nice. I always feel bad about it. Just because the hollow are very beautiful creatures. Alright, we're gonna go back out here. I think that's right, yeah. Let me look over here real quick. Nope, not going that far. Not turn around. So we're gonna wander over this bridge. What? Cassandra! Can't believe you just like walked through all that. You suck.
Make it take you!
Oh, never mind. There's loot over here. I'm gonna take it. It's off a person. I need this disease tissue for a thing. So that's the only reason I'm going out here willingly and starting to craft one of these buttholes up. Want to, but you know, it might just be useful.
I must admit, Cassandra, I've never heard of these Seekers of Truth.
Why would you? They do not exist in Tevinter.
But what are they? Some manner of Super Templar? Is this one of those sudden secrets like proper hygiene?
Once we worked from the shadows, monitoring Templars and mages alike.
Ah, that clearly worked out well.
Yeah, well, they're all busy. Diary found in Falamar, one water-soaked entry dated 10 days ago, still legible. The damned roof leaks, and I've been eating boiled roots for a week. I'm squatting in a bog no one's much as spit in for 10 years. Still better than the alienage, thanking Drofstay. That's the last time I visited the city for a while. I'm worried about the gardeners. They weren't sick when I left, and now they're all down with fever. And their little boy's at death's door. Nigel Marsh said we should lock them in their home, the sour codger. Maybe I can bring them something to help. Maybe I can bring something to help. Is it deathroot that cures a fever, or elfroot? It can't be deathroot, can it? Ask Ira which is right.
Your glibness does you no credit. The Mage Rebellion was beyond even our power to control.
Yeah, no, I'm so terrible. I leave them to fend for themselves while I'm looting crap. That's just how it goes. I kick up stuff, you kill it. There's tons of bog fissures in here. Crap. Oh, it's broken, this thing. But they're much less deadly than well, good news, we got a bunch of rough hide. Bad news is we gotta get back across this to this bridge. Get back on the bridge, get back on the bridge, get back on the bridge. Let's go this way. Come on, guys. I need one more. Also need to light this thing. Get up here. Everybody up here. Get up here, get. It's gonna suck. The upside when we do this, we won't have to fight very many undead left, so that's good too.
Free of corpses back to the shore.
The fewer of these creatures, the better.
Woohoo! Now that we cleaned up house a little bit, we can see what this last thing says. These unreadable runes evoke for a moment a sudden and overpowering feeling of smug and vengeful triumph, as though a difficult problem has been solved. There's an image of bottled elixir, and then it fades. A cipher written in the last pages of apostate Widrus's journal corresponds to the Veilfire writing found in the Falamar. Deciphered messages or notes that, when taken together, form instructions on how to concoct a particularly dangerous poison. What a fine fellow. I'm sure he's great. I'm sure they're both wonderful people who should be your friend. And he'll probably kill you for sticking it. Which head did we come up? The way right behind us. Okay. We need to go back over here real fast, because since there's no corpses, we can go get stuff from the dead people in the water. Alright, so that's all I needed. We can get back out of the water now. Actually, what we might do... We're gonna go this way. I think it's this way. No, that's the wrong way. Okay. Okay, it's up here to the left. There's a path that takes you out in the middle of absolutely nowhere. And you might say, well, it can't be nowhere, but it is. It is absolutely nowhere compared to where you are. But if you go over there and do this stuff, you get stuff. Just gotta figure out what a path is, because you don't go through the water to get there. Let me go back on the path for a minute. Can't do it now, I'll do it later. Yeah. Really?
More undead! They're endless! Run for the castle!
I want to make this clear, so we're gonna put it there. Hey, deal with me, deal with me.
Get to the castle!
Thank God they can't aim. Kick that switch. There it is. Gate. Come on. A little bit of gold. How much? Okay, so we're gonna save real fast. Since we're all alive. So we're gonna go kick this guy in the teeth.
Herald of Andraste! Face me!
Well,
I
then you
am the
face
hand
me.
of Korth himself.
No, I'm not gathering that up because I'm on here from Blackwells. You should have brought me. I was like, well, you know what?
Herald of Andraste.
I've dealt with the Avar. Is everyone all right?
Yes, your worship. The injured need some rest, but we can return on our own.
I can't believe the Herald came for us.
I told you she'd come.
God looks after you, Herald. There lies the brat. His father, chief of our holding, would duel me for the loss if he cared enough.
The Inquisition has a purpose your chief lacks.
Is this why the Lady of the Skies led me here? To help heal the wounds in her skin? Aye, I'll join you. Let me make peace with my kid and I'll find where you set your flag.
Woohoo! So we're gonna go back to this little outpost watchtower building, gather some stuff, and then head back into the mist. And probably through a dozen undead, I'm not sure yet. Usually don't come back, I usually just leave, but there's stuff that I didn't gather. And there's at least one place I kinda wanna go. Yep, it's upstairs. Hold on there. A second. Alright. A little bit of loot. A little bit more loot. Unlock that. No, we're not gonna get everything in this room because I've got to run back to camp, pick up Blackwall, and make him come pick up stuff. Because I don't want to hear from him about. So we're not gonna look for anything. We're just gonna grab what's in here. Dang it! Alright, what do we got that can get tossed or equipped? Any rings? Yes, there's an immolate ring. Get rid of that and that. whatever's not necessary or whatever's not worth selling, we're gonna get rid of. Because I need room to pick up stuff. Okay, so we have enough room to pick up a few more things. Read this. Hargrave Keep and 652 Storm. Ban Hargrave's Knights help drive away of our invaders from Ferelden's lowlands. When the king asked Hargrave to pursue the retreating tribes, she refused, demanding funds to build a keep. Caught between a fractured court, Hargrave's Knights, and an impending famine, the king reluctantly granted her a large parcel of land to the south. Defeating the Var regrouping in the Boglands, the band built her castle. As famine grew worse, the wisdom behind her choice of location became clear. Hargrave Keep ate well, dining on a steady supply of fish and game while the farmland starved. Hargrave's line died out, fighting Orlesian invaders in the Blessed Age. Only the village at the base of the keep remains inhabited, as the keep is falling into disrepair. Well, that's sad. I mean, Blessed was in the 700s, I think, so that's kind of sucky. Alright, we're gonna grab one more set of stuff. Okay, so we're gonna jump over to, oh my god, how far back is this campsite? Okay, so we can jump to the campsite and then jump back at the beacon. Yeah, so we're gonna do that. We're gonna jump to the campsite, heal up, get some stuff back, do this requisition, and then jump back to the beacon so we can bring Blackwall and not listen to him crybaby about the fact I found stuff and he wasn't there. Which is irritating. Alright, so we got 2 new power because of that. Let's replenish all those. We need more blood lotus though. And the horn is right here. So we're going to do Cassandra, Blackwall, and Varric. We'll leave Dorian home. Where is she?
What is it?
This may be worthwhile.
Oh, well that's great. Here. Here's your requisition. Hope you're happy.
I've news, sir.
What is it?
What?
You may want to look into this.
I'm trying to think. I think it, yeah, actually it's like right here, I think, or something. This little patch of land, if you found the right patch, you can wander off into God knows where. And actually what you wander into is like this big area of stuff. If that makes any sense. Remember right. It's not a dragon there. Pretty sure it's not a dragon. Yeah. I need to upgrade Blackwall stuff, but I don't feel like doing it yet. We're gonna run back to a keep to get this warden stuff, so I don't listen to him cry about it forever. You got warden stuff and didn't bring me. I was tickled. So I now have like 3 warriors. Grim Rags. Wispess, and that's important. If I was a mage. I'm not. We're gonna go take out all these undead. To get back in the keep. Really? Okay, there's more than I thought, but it's okay. Let's that's cleaned up, we can move on to other problems. Also, it's a song. Okay.
The history of the Grey Wardens is fascinating.
Ah, the gate's not open. Why? Full gate open. Yeah, we don't need to see the cutscene at gate opening again. We know how it works. Or I guess we don't. So we'll watch it again. Cool thing about having deft hands and fine tools now is we can go back and all that stuff we missed when we were originally in the hinterlands, we can go back and kick open now. Just all those doors and everything. So that'd be like 2 doors in Redcliffe and 1 over near Horsemaster's place. Look at this giant grey warden banner.
Excellent.
So now I found that and he's happy. I'm happy. That's good. Okay, so now our secondary quest is I'm gonna try to find that passageway. I think this is the right place for it too, but I don't remember. Oh yay, Blackwall greatly proves. Usually he disapproves of me all the time. That's because I don't have time. I could give him every time a Grey Warden artifact's there. Oh frick. Just go pull the gate lever so it'll open the other lever up. No, it's not moving that time. I can't be lucky. Oh, that's neat. I've never actually seen this one. That's fun. Okay, so we're gonna head down. We're gonna find our way in here. And we're gonna go find what I want to find. Which, as far as I know right now, is God knows where. So it may take a couple minutes to go find it. Whoever really made this castle, though, had a good idea. Make a keep to where one door opens, the other door closes. I know there's a path that goes out that way somewhere. It's not walking that far away. Just don't quite remember where it is. Is it up here? Wait. There it is. I think this is it. Yeah. This is it. I'm pretty sure. No. Dang it. Where is it? Oh, there. Is that it? It's a very narrow little passage. Goes clear out here. And when you get out here, you find stuff. Not like this, but there's like a place out here. Yeah, see, there's a setup over here. It's a pain to get to, but yeah, there's like a plate. This sturdy windmill appears old but well kept. There's some like loot. I don't really care about loot usually. There's some loot. Some loot out here. But yeah, there's some neat places if you know where to look. It's just finding out where you're going. And if I remember, it keeps growing. This was one of my long playthroughs, I think I remember. I was just wandering what everything was. Oh, there's a random loot out here.
Die!
So then you make it back to like the regular land. But I swear I thought there was something more. It's just been forever since I last played, I don't know. So maybe I'm wrong, I'm just in the wrong place or the wrong thing. Just wonder what's more out there. I'll just walk through the water, I guess, and kick up everything. And run. I swear though, I thought there was more out here than just that. So really the only quest left is the demons are clever with Widris, and that's basically it. Unless I can find the passage that goes through here. So we'll actually sneak over there and see if I can actually figure out if there's something over there or not. Probably not, but worth a look. Worth a peek to see if there might be any reasoning to my thought. See, they're like this, and it looks like if you cross over, there's stuff over there. What am I looking? Oh, I'm looking at there. We need to turn around. Go a little bit this way. Too far. There it is. Aha, that's it. Okay, this is where I'm looking for. It's like some sort of like Stonehenge looking thing. I found it. I didn't think I was gonna find it, but I hoped I did. I knew it. Crazy. Yeah, it's like this little Stonehenge looking deal. It's kind of neat. There's like lots of dead things too. Because like Salamar, too much freaking dead things.
Done and done.
Okay, so that's not the right side. You want to go over here on the path and go through this long little passageway. This is like one of those areas that nobody ever goes to because you do the main question, you're like, oh, that's it, I'm done. But that's not the case. This is a little side area that you go through. So right now we're in Granite Inn, so we're going to wander up into this area. We find a bear! every single corner of this game. Plus, you get a nice little treat, which is this. A note found a dire campsite. Uncle, I was hiding supplies among the rocks when I heard voices from the windmill to the west. It was the horned men again. There's more of them now. I have to see if anyone is still left alive in the village. I'm sorry, but I swear I'll be careful. Lewis. And unfortunately, Lewis is dead, but, you know, he's a great kid. There's, oh, that's just metal stuff. And there's a clam. Graham points some statues in the fallow mire of Avar origin. It amused Ban Hargrave to bring them back from her conquests in the hills and plant them outside her home, the way a gardener might transplant flowers. The band entertained visiting nobles by giving tours of the statues, regaling her guests with dark tales of Avar superstitions, which she mostly made up on the spot. Brother Jenna TV. And see, you get rewarded with stuff if you come out here. If you have room. I really don't, but I'm gonna dump some stuff so I can pick up some of this other stuff. Okay, so we're gonna look on here. Okay. Holy cow. There you go, Cassandra. You're gonna like that. Let's see, what's Blackwall? Blackwall's got something that's pretty much the same as this, so I can get rid of that. Me. Ooh, there's a battle axe, but it's not worth my time. That's worth my time. We'll keep that one. I'm gonna get rid of that one. Now, something else I try to do, I try not to get rid of anything that I've put attachments on yet. I try to get them back to Skyhold to take off attachments. Holy crap, why do I need all these? I don't need them. I have one person who uses these consistently. He does not need 17 of them. Moving on. That belt of focus, though. And then, if you go through this little tiny hole, found it, and you climb up this rock. I don't remember what you get when you climb up this rock. I'm just doing it to make it sound cool. You get more loot. And who doesn't love more loot? And you get some armor. It may not be that great, but you know what? It's loot that we found. And that makes it better. All my friends will go back down the ladder and walk around, but me, yeah. There's some summer stone out in this little area, but if you've never come out to this area, this is a good little traipsing point out here. It's kind of fun. It's a pain because it's one of those you have to have come here before and remember it, or you literally have to hope someone else has and has like left a little note of it. It's not easy to find. It's actually a giant pain to get out here. But you also get rewarded because it's one of the few places you can actually get Dawn Lotus. One of the few places you can ever find Dawn Lotus. Oh, I finally got Dawn Lotus seeds. I've never gotten those before. Making sure there's nothing else over here. It always pays to check your corners, because if you don't check your corners, you could miss, like we've seen before, some massive treasure chest just hanging out. So, it's been Granite Point and Falomire. Hidden gem among most of the things you're ever going to come across. But a gem that it's worth not passing up if you have a chance to find it. There's the Avar boats. So yeah, you just kind of find, I'll get back over here near the thoroughfare. So basically, you want to find this spot on the map. It's pretty much dead center of the map. And you want to take the little narrow swindly path. And that's how you get out to Granite Point. So yeah. Take some time out. Enjoy the scenery. It's kind of fun. So the only thing left here is demons are clever. But that battle is a pain in itself. I hate that battle because it literally is just an aggravating annoyance. So we're not gonna do that this time. Well, yeah, we probably should. Never mind. This video, we're just gonna finish up Falamar, so I don't have to come back. Because I can't stand working in Falamar. It's an absolute irritation in my life. So I'm gonna go this way. This was a little cave I was avoiding earlier because I didn't want to do this. Still don't want to do this, but I'm gonna do it for you. Because I know if you're feeling anywhere near how I am right now about Falamar, you're probably thinking, why would you even want to come back here? And to be honest, I really don't. I'm trying to remember. I don't think I ever had... Okay. This guy. Come back and kill somebody, and I'm gonna be mad because I don't want to come back at all. It's like the one place I have no desire ever to come back. Get back here. Yeah. No. Oh no. Oh, that was not fun. I forgot he was even here. Jar of bees, please.
Thank you.
Take jar of bees.
One less to worry about.
Now. That's my first time coming. Not my first time, but my character's first time dealing with a revenant. So yeah, always looks good. Stench of wet fur so strong and always fast. Pungent odors of the mire. Almost. So this is like what you do. Alright, now. Now we go deal with this pain in the neck. And he shouldn't be too hard to find. Shouldn't. He always is, though. He's good at hiding. Where are you, bootlicker? Okay. Is that the doorway out or further in? Out. Let's go back in. It really isn't supposed to be hard to find. But I find sometimes it's a little hard to trigger him. So we're gonna go through here. Sometimes getting back in here can trigger him to come out. Varric. No Varric. Alright, and to do this, we're then going to wander out here just a little bit. And that's why it was so hard to find. I forgot. of course we found a couple things at her little hidden abode. Alright, so now basically, all technicalities, we've finished all the main quests of Valamar. There are no astrariums, there's no shards, it's just a whole bunch of side questy stuff. And that all proved by looking at this. Yep, see? Nothing else for Valamar. So, with that said, we're going to hop ourselves back to Skyhold. Thank goodness. Alright, now everybody can go places.
So, Inquisitor. It is Inquisitor now, right? Remember that war we talked about stopping? Full of little baddies I can stick with little arrows. That's not a friggin' archdemon, is it?
Oh, really? We already had this.
Oh,
I did, but I didn't.
I've apparently been through a lot.
No, impossible things aren't surprises. It's got to be nonsense. Story is, he cracked the a seat needs a book, so the maker. It's too far, innit? I just want to plug the Skyhole rubbish so I can go play.
Keep calling it nonsense. That.
Oh, I can do that. We fight the bad, a nice, well-paid normal.
You're starting to know.
I know. So bring him on.
Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead here and let it do what it's doing. I am going to go ahead and wait for this to hurry up so I can save. I'm gonna save, and I'm going to go talk to all these people that I was supposed to talk to earlier but didn't get a chance to. So you guys have a great evening. I will be back tomorrow with more of this, hopefully. And I'll see you then. Take care of yourselves. Sasa Grungate signing off. Bye.